Next video we reacting to is 1,000 fire ants versus 1 lethal prey. Me, I have to fight 1,000 spiders to save my family. I'm not doing it, my nigga. I'm so serious. That's how scared I am of spiders. They gonna have to, you know. I'm trolling. Stop. But yeah, let's go. Let's go to the video. Let's go.
In this video, we're gonna build them a new home. In this box are over 1,000 fire ants. And in this video, we're gonna build them a new home and put them to the test to see how fire ants can work together and take down prey. Ants HQ, as per usual, sent us out everything we needed to take care of 1,000.
So niggas are just doing anything, finding 1,000 fire ants is what I'm hearing. Just 1,000 fire ants? Yeah, alright, bro. You bugging. You bugging. Hell nah.
Fire ants. They sent out 2 outworlds, which is where the ants will do their battles against live prey. They also sent out different types of prey that we'll use. Some nectar, food, and containers to keep them satisfied, and last but not least, they 1,000 fire ants. Now, if you don't know, fire ants not only bite like every other ant, but they also have stingers which leave a painful fire sensation, hence the name. And you'll get to see this stinging in action. It's insane. Now, before we can add the ants into the new home, we have to set up multiple stages that the ants will take down prey in. Now, the plan is to have 3 tubes connected to this small hub, where they can then move into the outworlds and eventually into the nest. Now remember, each stage will have a small boss fight that we'll have to take down to move on to the next section. So let's make the first stage. In this outworld, all I want to do is do the same as usual. Just some sand so it's a little more natural, and some rocks so they can climb and scout out the area that they're in. Then, once the first stage was complete, it was time to add the connector to the hub. And one by one, I slowly added the tubes into the hub. Sadly, some of them got squished, but it's so difficult not to squish a few.
This nigga needs a roof. Look at him. Some of them are just on the roof like this, bro. What the hell?
Pouring out extremely
look at that.
This was
we got one dude over here escaping.
Yeah, you lucky to not get stung by them. Then, after a while, hundreds of fire ants started to flood the main tank and explore their new surroundings. I gave them a day to get used to everything before wanting to give them their first challenge. Their first challenge will be flightless fruit flies. These flies are around the same size as fruit fly.
Niggas just be coming up with anything. What's a fucking fruit fly? Am I slow or do I just not know what a fruit fly is? Let me know right now, my nigga. Let me know right now. Because I never heard that shit in my life. I thought he said flightless fly. This just says fruit fly, my nigga. You see this?
Ants, but they're extremely fast in comparison. And after placing the flies into the arena, the ants instantly started to attack the flies.
These ants be seeing red. It's a bunch of King Vons, my nigga. Look. Because they're dumb aggressive, no?
Now remember, these ants don't just use their mouths to bite. They use powerful stingers on the back of them to inject venom into the prey. This venom kills the prey pretty fast compared to the ants just biting them. In fact, here's a close-up of the ants injecting venom into the prey. You can see they latch onto the fly with their mandibles while they sting the fly over and over to slowly take it down.
Wow. Ugh, why am I hearing these sounds, my nigga?
Once they had taken down the flies, they then slowly carried them back to their temporary nest and used them for fuel for the rest of the ants.
So they're gonna jump, they're gonna have this nigga as a feast.
Passed, I wanted to give the ants something
They brought this
sweet,
nigga to a whole
some
feast.
nectar.
You serious right now?
This is very beneficial for the ants and will aid in the recovery before starting the next battle. And after putting some down, you can see a few ants started to become really interested in the nectar. And about 15 minutes later, loads of the ants started to flood around the nectar. I know it's not live deadly prey, but this was pretty insane to watch.
Wow, so they just feasting on this, grubbing on him like some McDonald's, bro.
Challenge, I thought it was time to introduce them to their next stage and their next challenge within this stage. Now in this arena, it will just be the exact same as the first one, but with a much bigger challenge. I just filled the arena with some sand as I didn't want anything crazy in here, as it's just another stage before the nest is added. And after adding the stage, the first brave ant had a look to see what had just been added, completely unaware of the challenge already being inside this arena. Now what's been added as the next challenge? An
Okay.
isopod. These are extremely
Ugh.
tanky bugs that the ants will
Look at its
somehow
stats. This nigga got stats for this thing, bro. What the hell? Weight 0.2, lifespan, no clue, fear factor, small, stamina, a lot. I guess my nigga got a lot of stamina.
Of a plan.
This shit just look nasty. Look like a whole helmet, my nigga. You can't tell me this shit don't look weird. If I saw this in real life, instantly spraying Febreze on it with pesticide. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Oh, I said get the fuck out of here, nigga. There we go. Soundboy wanna sell me. Holy smoke.
As they can't attack from the top due to the armor sitting on top of the bug. Pretty soon, another ant started to make his way over to the new arena too. Was a battle about to happen between the ants and the isopods? The ants
I'm about to say why I have
slowly started to
captions on, but fuck it,
explode
I'll keep it on.
And pretty soon, they stumbled across the isopod. The isopod ran away after seeing the ants, but pretty soon, some
Okay,
of the
it's
ants
moving.
started to climb all over the
Isopod can move.
isopod and tried to figure out the best way to take it down. Then, as some time passed, more ants arrived and tried their best.
Damn, so
but
he got
3
jumped in the
ants would
corner?
not be enough. And before I could even record, the isopod managed to go through the tube into the main arena, which is where it would make its biggest mistake. After a while, the ants figured out the
Yeah,
best
say
way
goodbye.
to take down this beast.
You're done.
And it was to go under the isopod.
Stop. Why is it putting these sound effects, nigga?
And after trying to get
I
under
think
the
it's gone.
isopod,
Look at it.
the ants managed to somehow flip it onto its back, revealing its weak spot.
Oh, isopods look weird as hell, though. I can't lie. That shit's disturbing me. OD. That shit looks so nasty. You can't tell me isopods are not fucking nasty creatures, bro. It's
The ants
disgusting.
then managed to carry the isopod into the tube where hundreds of ants swarmed and took it down. And the next day, all that was left was a shell of an isopod. They somehow defeated it, but their next challenge might be their hardest yet. After a few days later, it was time to connect the final piece of their challenge. The nest. This nest is where all the ants will eventually move into and grow their colony further into thousands. Do you want to see a video of 5,000 ants versus prey? Let me know. Now, before we can let the ants into the nest, we have to prepare it with some water. To do this, we put some water into the sponge. This spikes the humidity, making it perfect conditions for the eggs to hatch and for the ants to be happy.
This nigga really wants those ants to populate,
after
bro.
connecting the nest, I wanted to give them another challenge.
Cricket.
This challenge.
Yo, this might sound crazy, but back when I got sent to Africa, we used to be having this little event. I don't know what it's called, but like, so say you're in Africa, right? Like you're in the village or whatever. I wasn't in the village, but you know the little houses and shit with the metal roofs. I didn't have a metal roof, but like my neighbors did, right? So boom, niggas had a village, shit like that. They turned off the lights. We started catching fucking crickets, my nigga, and we started eating them and cooking them, my nigga. Yes, we did that shit. We did that shit, my nigga. Was it good? Yes, it tasted like fucking crickets, my nigga. You heard me? It tastes like crickets. Not crickets. It tastes like chips, my nigga.
What?
That shit tastes like chips. Am I weird for that? I mean, I wouldn't do it now, but when I was younger, I was just doing anything. You know what I mean? I was just doing anything. Back to the reactions, though.
Will be their biggest and hardest one yet. After placing the cricket into the arena, he explored his surroundings before going into the main arena, which again would be a big mistake, as that's where all the ants are. Most of the ants didn't get close to the cricket due to its size, and they were unsure how to take it down. Then, out of nowhere, the cricket started to make its way through the tube, which leads directly to the old nest, which has hundreds of ants still in it. Some of the ants followed the cricket in and tried to take bites out of him, but the cricket turned around and ran out of the tube into the main arena. The ants jumped onto the cricket and started to bite its legs. Now you can see the cricket is missing a leg already. That's because the ants had already taken one of the legs off and lifted it through the tube into the nest.
Damn.
And as more time passed, the cricket slowly started to give up due to the hundreds of stings it was receiving, which was slowly killing it. You can see the ants latching onto the cricket while stinging it over and over to release that venom.
Remove these creatures. Like, they have no benefit to the earth, my nigga. Why are they here? Why are they here? Why are crickets and not crickets? Why are fire ants in this world if they have no benefit? They just crash out mini King Vons if King Von was an insect, my nigga. Look at what they're doing. Look at this cricket just looking at us like we did it, nigga. Yeah, bro, we cooked. Hell no.
Which ends up taking it down. The cricket tried its best to still put up a fight, But in the end, the ants had managed to defeat this challenge.
Oh yeah. Say goodbye.
And
where's the
over the next
tarantula,
few
nigga? I want to
days,
see them fight
ants
the
were still
tarantula.
munching away at the
Fuck
cricket.
spiders. I
This
hate
being
spiders. Sorry for
perfect
my
food
language.
for the
No, I'm not
ants
sorry.
to last
Hold
them
on.
for a while. With that being said,
Damn,
we had now
bro,
given
like-
the ants all of their challenges and arenas. We watched how they interact with new environments and how they work together to take down prey. But remember, this is only a colony of 1,000 ants. In
Nah,
the
for real.
future, I could do a colony of 5,000 ants and watch them take...
See, why would you do a colony of 5,000 ants? Like, you have too much free time, my nigga. Stop. We don't need to see that. We don't need it releasing into your crib, and then the whole crib becomes a colony and on some crazy shit, and then it becomes a whole fire ant tribe. Like, we don't need that. No, thank you.
down much bigger prey. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see, and remember
Oh,
to
no
subscribe
spider?
so you don't miss any future videos.
Thumbnail
and
lied
I'll
to
see
us.
you in the next one.
Type.